Hi there, good morning. I'm Sheila Maria and welcome to my latest video, which is called Starseed Psychic Blocks. So very often I will be speaking to a client and they will tell me that they have had experiences that suddenly have fallen away and they don't know why they are now not able to connect to their guides. So I really wanted to talk about why starseeds struggle with psychic blocks and what those psychic blocks are. So first of all, you're never really blocked. You're where you are right now. And anything that you feel is blocking you is trying to teach you something. And that can be a real pain because you can really feel as though you've done everything you can and things are still not changing. So the reason that star seeds do get so blocked, more so than angel souls, is because star seeds are often more earthly than angel souls, and they don't realize just how empathic they are. Now, you might be aware that you pick up energy from other people, but you're probably not aware of the damage it can cause. So let's say that you work in a busy place. Let's say you work in a school, and let's say you are a star seed and you have this sense of you haven't been to earth that many times before, and you're sensitive, but you've got a job to do, so you go to school every day and you start getting really drained and you start feeling as though perhaps people are talking about you, and then you tune into your intuition to see if this is right, and you just don't seem to get anything, or what you do get you don't seem to be able to trust. You may also find that your attention span is less, and that if you try to meditate or you try to heal yourself, you lose focus. And so what happens with a star seed is that your fifth layer of your aura is really connected to the fifth dimension. And the fifth dimension is the area that is connected to the galactic beings, the star beings. And we're not just talking about the good guys and the bad guys. We're talking just about the astral realms there, the energies there. And what happens is when you're on Earth, your star nature is always connected to your galactic self as well, and there is a similarity. And so what can happen is that you get interference coming through the astral realms on Earth that isn't earthly. So you don't feel like there's anything wrong, but it's like you're tuned into a radio station that is not your normal radio station, and the content's a bit disturbing, but you don't realize that until you realize the way that the content has made you feel. So with star seeds, you really need to be aware that being open psychically doesn't just open you up to the energy of the people that you work with or that you live with and their thoughts and feelings. It also opens you up to galactic energy, because the galactic realms are connected through the fifth dimension, the fourth dimension, the second dimension. They're connected into you. So you need to make sure as a starseed that your protective layers are strong, that your sense of being in ownership of your energy is strong. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the common psychic blocks that affect starseeds. Feeling as though you should be more psychic than you are. The reason for this is you probably are only aware of a portion of your psychic ability, and what I've just explained about the galactic energies filling up your fifth layer. Your psychic ability is stronger than you believe it to be. You know this, and yet you can't access this. And so what you're feeling is absolutely right, because starseeds are incredibly psychic, more so than angel souls. But you are also more susceptible to picking up debris of a galactic nature as well as an astral nature. So then the second psychic block that starseeds have is feeling frustrated at delays in your spiritual life because things should be clearer by now. So this is similar to block number 1. It may be that you've been trying to develop your clairvoyance, or you've been trying to develop your healing abilities, and you just seem to have hit a brick wall. The reason it is often slower for you is because you come from galactic origins where everything is super fast. Other healers that come from Earth or incarnate on Earth will have no problem with that, because they will know it takes time. But for you as a galactic being within a physical body, it's so slow. Number 3, finding that you get to know one particular guide and then you can't connect with them. That is simply because with starseeds, you've got many, many, many different types of guides, because you have incarnated in many, many different galactic races. So your guides do change. So, you know, it's not that you can't connect to your guides. It's that if you focus on one guide, that guide within weeks or days can change. So what we would suggest to you is learn to connect to your guides as a group. Number 4, you may feel personally responsible when the people that you're working with don't get the results they need. So let's say that you are someone who has a healing modality that you use, or you read tarot, and you're simply not able to give the clients what they need, and you feel like it's a fault of yours. That is because in many of your star incarnations, you have worked with very advanced healing technology and it provided instant results. You also worked as part of healing teams where the results were known beforehand. Whereas you come to Earth, it's very dense. People can be very dense energetically and otherwise. And sometimes you're trying to heal people that cannot be healed as quickly as that. Psychic block number 5, feeling unable to predict earthly events. This is because you know deep down there are multiple potentialities. Block number 6, being bombarded by multiple directions and decisions and ideas in your own life, and you don't know which is the right way to go. You don't know which is the right decision to make, and it's incredibly frustrating. That's because you are used to having more than one timeline at the same time, and you as a star being can often operate multidimensionally down different timelines. So that experience of many different paths can actually come in, and as a human you can feel completely thwarted because you just don't know which path is the right one. Block number 7, feeling psychically attacked, yet you don't know by who or why. You know, you might look around and you might be experiencing things such as, you know, mood swings or electrical items going wrong or bad luck, and you just sense there's something or someone targeting you. Yet you look at the people in your life and you think, well, they just wouldn't do it. I don't know who it is. Or maybe you have a couple of candidates, but you're just not sure. But you know that there is something going on. You might have bad dreams. You might feel as though you're being chased or hunted in a dream. You might have astral experiences. Starseeds do live parallel lives in other dimensions, and you can get chased in those places. But the main reason that you will not be able to pinpoint who's psychically attacking you is because they're not human, and they can see you're operating at a fraction of your potential, right? This version of you is not human, so they can target you. So block number 8, not being able to make progress with mediumship. Okay, if you are a starseed and you have tried to be a psychic medium, maybe you had a couple of instances where you had a spirit with you and it was really clear, but it's never been clear since then. That is because human souls are not your mojo, whether you're doing mediumship or whether you're doing healing, or even if they're dead. The human soul is different to a starseed soul, which is different to an angelic soul. It is a different energy altogether. So you will be able to do mediumship sometimes for the right person at the right time. But usually they're also going to be a starseed. Trying to do evidential mediumship, you will get very tired. You will feel that you can't trust what you get because it's just not the right energy for you. So block number 9, your third eye not seeming to show you anything. Your clairaudience not seeming to let you hear anything. But yet your knowing and feeling is really strong. And no matter how much you develop, your third eye and your clairaudience don't seem to develop. That is because in multiple forms, your understanding and comprehension is just like that, because it's either telepathic thought transference or there is a shared communication at soul level between your other star race members. And so the clairaudience and the clairvoyance are very linear versions of that. When something is wanted to be known, it is understood at the moment of asking, when you're not within the linear dense field. And so your knowing and your clairsentience is your route to getting your third eye and your clairaudience to work. And block number 10, knowing you have a mission and yet you just can't seem to focus on the details of what that mission is. So this is very simply, there's a difference between a soul purpose and a soul mission. A soul purpose is what you're here to learn for you, and that usually changes every 6 months. And your soul mission is the effects of that soul purpose for the collective. And there may be a particular collective, such as children or animals or old people or, you know, the environment, whatever it is. For you, in your non-human form, you have one mission and you stay on that mission until it's finished. Here on earth, because we are only alive for such a short time, we're here to do multiple things in multiple ways, and that's why you cannot get the details. If you want any help with understanding your starseed nature and overcoming your psychic blocks, and blocks to your mediumship, your abilities, money, love, all of that, reach out to me, because this is what I live and breathe. I am Sheelagh Maria at sheelaghmaria.com/work with me. And if you enjoyed this, would you please like and share? Lots of love. Bye for now.